military vets, media moguls. They are from both small startups and industry giants, and they live all over the world, from Silicon Valley to Washington, D.C., Beijing to Boulder, Australia to Ireland. We talked to leaders who went to Ivy League schools and others who dropped out of college. We talked to some who were raised in public housing, some who were raised in privilege, others who were immigrants who chased the American dream, and many who simply dreamed big. We talked to people across 4 generations, including some young entrepreneurs who are blazing the way for us and eager to share what they've learned. Each pop culture reference, funny anecdote, and inspirational story sparked new ideas, and each conversation revealed a new lesson. We often felt like we were getting a masterclass in entrepreneurship and leadership, learning insights, trade secrets, and advice that would have taken years to learn on our own. And beyond business advice, we asked these entrepreneurs how they suggested we cope with some of the pressures our generation is facing today and grapple with the challenges before us. We learned their personal stories, what they were like as kids, and how it relates to who they are now. The lessons from our entrepreneurs are relevant in everything we do today, in school, our businesses, and life. From reminding ourselves not to take rejection personally, to staying authentic to who we are, to putting ourselves out there even when it feels hard. Each interviewee had advice to help us grow and reminders for our entrepreneurial journeys. Develop grit like Tara. Own your ideas like Charles. Embrace feedback like Davis. Challenge the status quo like Emma. The experts we spoke with are like trusted mentors we can turn to for advice over and over again by reading their words.
Once we finished all the interviews, we selected which parts to include in the book. We didn't want it to be 800 pages long. What's here is a snapshot of the many hours we spent with these amazing people. We learned that when it comes to entrepreneurship, there's no one-size-fits-all. So in this book, we grouped our interviewees by some of the qualities we saw in them and that listeners might see in themselves. The disruptor, the visionary, the champion, the innovator, the creator, the investor, and the strategist. Our hope is that these examples of different mindsets, leadership styles, and personal vibes will bust the myth that entrepreneurship has a strict definition and is a job available to only a few. Another piece of advice from one of our experts. In addition to this framework, we grouped each interviewee by industry, so listeners can pick and choose their entrepreneurial path. Inspired by food, we have entrepreneurs for that. Fashion, there are experts there too. Technology, check. Media, yep. The icons at the beginning of the entrepreneur profiles will help listeners follow along with their interests and compare leaders' advice by sector. Although we varied our interview questions, we had 5 questions that we always asked. What hashtag best describes you or your business? Is social media good or bad? Is college worth it? What is your best business advice for young entrepreneurs? And what is your best life advice for our generation? We thought these quick takes would help you get the flavor of someone's personality right away. So you'll hear those answers at the beginning of each interview. And at the end of each one, we have listed key takeaways for you to start doing right now, like building resilience, surrounding yourself with the smartest people in the room, testing ideas, and taking risks. All are skills these entrepreneurs said help them succeed and will help us fill that critical knowledge gap. We also highlighted our favorite quotes from each interview, the ones that really stuck with us and impacted our own entrepreneurial journeys. Our generation has big problems to solve, from closing the wage gap and leveling out the cost of college to saving the planet and protecting our data. Not only do we want to start now, we have to. This book is a roadmap to help prepare us, help us develop our entrepreneurial potential, and help us quickly bring the world the next generation of great products, ideas, and solutions. In doing so, we'll be able to make our mark in a world turned upside down and yet still full of possibility. Leader archetypes. Which type of leader inspires you? The disruptor is a risk taker who challenges the status quo, creating a better way of doing things and blazing a new trail. You'll meet the